Hi guys, thought I'd do a Citroen AX Buyers guide today. Now my good friend James has said I could borrow his car for the guide. Now I want to point out a few things to look out for if you're going to buy an AX. Now this particular model is an AX Dimension 1 litre with the 954cc engine. Now this being a later AX, it's galvanised, so rust isn't as much of an issue as some of the earlier models. But one area in particular you will need to check is under the bonnet, well, just behind the headlights. I'll show you. So behind here is a common place for rust. This one's actually been done recently. A nice job there. This one as well. This one's okay, but always look behind the headlights. Common area for rust. Another area is by the wheel arches at the rear. So this one's got a slight little bubbling. So rust on the wheel arches and the rear here near this rear light. See, this one's fine. On the seal, if we go around the other side, same again around the wheel arches, and sometimes the earlier models around the fuel cap. This one's fine here. Another area for rust is if you lift the boot carpet. Unfortunately, you might not be able to see this, but in the boot, sometimes a common area for rust around here as well. We go down the other end under the bonnet. It's worth checking on the petrol models anyway. The head gasket's okay, that's a common issue. So with these TU engines in particular, the oil seems to go into the radiator. So you can check by taking the cap off. And yeah, see, this one's nice and clean, but you'd see sort of white gunk here if the head gasket was a failure. I think this one's been done recently actually. So that's nice. Another common issue as well with AX is these headlight adjusters. See, these are nice and firm, but commonly they break and they're very brittle and headlights are almost falling out, so be aware of that. Right, so another area, this is an issue with this one, is lacquer peel. On certain colours, especially the metallic-y greens and reds, the lacquer peels off, and this one's no exception here. It's peeling off a bit. But, you know, what do you expect from a 25-year-old car? It's done very well, this one. Somewhere else worth checking as well is the drive shafts. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, but it's worth just checking the CV boots and the drive shafts if they've become perished at all. So they commonly go. Somewhere else that's a bit of a problem on some AX models, especially the ones with the sunroofs, is the sill sometimes leaks. Now you're probably not going to know that unless it's a rainy day, you're driving along and water comes flying around when you go around the corner. But something to look out for. And indeed, this rear sill here as well, sometimes they perish and water leaks onto the parcel shelf. So that's worth making note of. Okay, inside. Now actually this one's been stripped out at the moment. It's having problems with the dial, so that's why it's out. But it's worth checking the plastics, like the knob for the heater. They commonly fall apart or are missing. Same with the gear knobs, they commonly break. This one's actually been changed recently. Probably the earlier models, the Series 1, Mark 1 models, the plastic's so flimsy it breaks very badly. The later Mark 2, Series 2 ones aren't as bad, but still have a tendency for breaking. Just keep an eye out. As does the little sunroof opener, that has a tendency for breaking as well. So it might be worth just checking that if your one's got a sunroof. So now I come to the last bit I was going to mention about, which is, you can probably see it again, is the cat. Now, there's only seems to be an issue with the very late models, so I think from 96 onwards, which this one is, there's Euro emissions 1, Euro emissions 2, and obviously pre-Euro emissions of AXs. Now, any AX built before, I think it's July 92, doesn't come under Euro's emissions. From July 92 to 96 is classed as Euro's emissions 1s, and then from 96 onwards is Euro emissions 2. Now, Euro emission 1 cars need to have a catalytic converter on them, and so this car effectively is designed for Euro emissions 1. But as this car is registered in 96, it's effectively been built to pass Euro emissions 1's standards, but under Euro emissions 2's testing. So this particular car has a thing where it almost needs a new cat every year because it fails emissions. So the garage say, "Oh, put a new cat on it, and it'll pass," which it does. But there seems to be a weird thing. Maybe it's just this particular car, or other AXs are like it as well. But just something to think about. So I think that's kind of it, really. That's the last of the quick guide. But I hope that helps some people. And yeah, I'm sure I'll do another AX video again soon. I think I need to get my GTI out of the garage soon and have a play about with that. So yeah, thanks guys.